Okay, we are down here with Cali for our week 1 video recap. So in these recap videos, we are going to go through all the training exercises that we've been practicing with your puppy this last week. What are you doing, Cali? So that you can see how they're doing, and also you have a reference for what to keep doing with them at home. When you registered in your initial confirmation email, that first paragraph, I believe, if you click on that link, it will take you to our video library that has reference videos for all of these behaviors that we're teaching the puppies. So I would encourage you to watch the week 1 reference videos this week so you can get some more detailed instructions on how we're teaching all these behaviors and why, okay? So we always start with a little bit of play. Good girl, Cali. And we've got the flirt pole out right now. This is a very popular toy with puppies because they love to chase the toy on the end of the flirt pole, and then they can catch it, and then we can play a little tug with it. It's also a nice toy because you can see how far away I am from Cali. Teaches your puppy to bite the toy and not to bite at you. So if you wanted to get a flirt pole for your puppy, I do have this exact flirt pole, a link to it on Amazon on my products page on my website. What are you doing, Cali? Good girl. All right, but I'm going to steal the flirt pole back from her in a second. Oh, she caught it again. As soon as I get it again, there we go. I'm going to steal it from her for a second, and we're going to move in to our training exercises. So the very first thing that we did in week 1 with these puppies is charge the clicker. So again, watch your recap or the videos in the video library because it's going to explain in more detail about the clicker. But basically, we start by just clicking and then feeding our puppy a treat. So they're making the association that the sound of the clicker means that food is coming. Good girl. So we start our training sessions by just charging this clicker maybe a few repetitions in a row, like I just did with Cali. What a good puppy. All right, so from there, now we're going to use the clicker to teach our puppies some behavior. You guys are so little. So I'm going to show Cali that I've got the cookie in my hand, and we're going to teach her a food lure. So we want her to stay connected and follow the food in my hand, just like that. Okay, so let's try from this angle. She's on the food in my hand. After a few steps, I'm just going to mark that with the clicker, and then I'm going to let her have the cookie, okay? So one more regular food lure. Good girl, Cali. What do I have? Beautiful. She's nice and connected to my food hand. Now we can also use this food lure to start to teach the puppy what their name is. What are you doing? So I'm going to show her that I've got the food in my hand, get her connected. Cali! And just say her name as we're luring her. Ready? Cali! Good girl. One more time. Ooh, chew it up. There it is. Cali. Good girl. So this will start to teach the puppies what their names are. We'll kind of build on that name recognition exercise each week, but this is our first step in that. So after we practice a few behaviors, I like to take a little play break again. Where's your flirt pole? Where is it? There you go. Good girl. I want to make sure that we stay fun for the puppies. Training should be fun. It's fun to earn food, but it's also fun to play. I like a dog that can kind of switch back and forth between food and toy rewards. So this is how we kind of get that basis started. Good girl. When she's in, you can see right now when Cali's in possession of the tug, I'm just very lightly kind of doing little boop, 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 boop. And it kind of makes her want to keep that tug. Good girl. I'm kind of keeping it alive even though she caught it. Where is it? Oh, you're so cute. Look at you. You like that? So also notice with the flirt pole, or anytime you play tug with your puppy, right? I'm like keeping it alive like that, but what I'm not doing is taking the toy and dragging Cali across the ground, right? We don't need to play tug like that. Especially because that might hurt her little baby teeth. Wow, look at you, Cali, you're so strong. You're so strong. Also notice how when she's tugging back like this on it, I'm keeping the flirt pole pointed towards the ground so that if she lets go and the toy goes flying, it goes away from both of us, and I'm not like this and the toy doesn't come at my face, right? All right, good girl. Let me see that. So now we're going to move into some more training exercises. The next one that we're going to practice is a hand target. A little bit different than following the food lure, but it might look kind of similar. The difference is that I'm going to disconnect my hand from the puppy, and as soon as she reconnects, that's when I'm going to click the clicker and feed her the treat. So let me show you what that looks like. Yeah, what have I got, Cali? So she's connected, but I'm going to say, Cali, touch. Pull my hand away, and as soon as she reconnects, so when her nose targets my hand, that's what I'm clicking. What do I got? Cali, touch. Good girl. So smart. Let's do that one more time. Cali, touch. Beautiful. So that's a little movement and following exercise. It can be used as an informal recall, just a way to move your puppy from point A to point B. Now we're going to work on our first position change, which is a sit, okay? So I'm going to show Cali that I've got the food. Cali, sit. Good girl. I click as soon as her bum hits the ground. Then we're also going to, okay, release her out of the position with a release word. I'm saying okay. Cali, sit. Beautiful. Good girl. Okay. Cali, sit. Very nice job, puppy. Okay. So you'll see we're going to use this okay release word in a couple different behaviors. The first one is with the sit. But now we're going to practice our first step in going to a mat. This will turn into a stay type behavior. We teach this step by step though. So for week 1, all I'm going to do is put our mat down on the ground. I want Cali to come over to it. And when she does get 4 paws on, I'm clicking. I'm going to feed her more than 1 treat on the mat. So in this case today, I'm just going to do 2 so she doesn't get full. There it is. All right, and after that second treat, I'm going to show her that I've got another one, and we're going to release her off the mat. Okay. You got it. Good girl. Let's move our mat and do that again. Good girl, Cali. One. Chew it up. Good girl. There's the second one. And our release cookie. Okay. You'll notice that I'm doing everything about 3 times. At home, you can practice, maybe pick a couple different behaviors, practice them 3-4 times, move on to something else. You don't want to dwell on something for a very long time or else the dog's just going to get bored, they're going to get frustrated, you're going to get frustrated. So short steps, a few repetitions, then practice them again the next day. When the dog's very proficient in them, then you can make it a little bit harder. Oh, where's your mat, Cali? Yes, good girl. What a smart girl. Beautiful. Okay. Did you see it? It's right here. Nice job. So we will keep adding steps to the mat behavior each week, but that's what we're going to do for week 1. So now we did a few things again, so let's play a little bit. Cali, uh-oh, is there a treat stuck under that crate? Did you find it? Or no, you just found a piece of paper that you want to chew on? Oh, puppies. Oh, no, that was a crumb. Left over from somebody else. Where's your toy? Good girl. Good girl. Oh, so did you see how it went flying that time? But it went that way because I'm holding it away from me. What do you got, Cali? Yeah, you like that. So puppies like different puppies might like different parts of the flirt pole game. Some puppies really like the chase, and some puppies really like to catch and possess, right? I think that Cali does like to chase, but I think she also likes to catch and possess maybe a little bit more. Yeah, good girl. Woo, I stole it from you. All right, so let's do one more thing. So we're gonna work on some handling exercises now. And for the handling exercises, I am not gonna use the clicker because I need both of my hands. So instead of clicking and feeding a treat, I am going to use a verbal marker. I am going to say yes. So I'm gonna show Cali that I've got some snacks. What do I have? You're starting to get tired. So she's connected to my food lure up here, and I'm just gonna start by petting her. Yes. And when I say yes, I'm gonna give her a cookie. And this time I'm gonna add a little bit of restraint. So I'm gonna take my hand, I'm gonna bring it under her belly. Yes, I'm gonna hold her still. Okay, take one. There you go. Then I'm gonna release her out of position. Okay. So basically what this exercise is teaching the puppy, it's teaching them to hold still, to not fight if I need to do something to you. Yes, good girl. And this is going to be helpful for things like groomer and veterinary visits. Yes. And I did it from both sides with both hands with Cali. Okay. And really that's all we need to do right now. Just a couple of reps of some handling exercises I like to do with my puppy each day, just to get them comfortable with being touched or restrained in different ways, so that way groomer and vet visits are no big deal later in life. Where'd you go? There you are. The very last thing that we're gonna do is practice getting them in their harness. We do have to socialize puppies to things like different types of gear. They've already been wearing their collars for a long time. They're used to those. But now we've got the harness on Cali. These puppies have been doing fairly good with introduction to the harness. Sometimes though, when we first put the harness on them, they act like they're wearing a straight jacket. Good girl. So I'm just going to do some get it cookies just to get our puppy moving around a little bit. See how she's like backing up like that? Get it. Sometimes when we first put them on them, it's a little comical. They're like, oh my God, I can't move. Where is it? These puppies seem to be doing pretty good though. Get it. So we might do a few get it cookies like that. Get it. Just to lure them to move around in their harness. But then we can always play with them with their harness on too. She can realize that she can run and do all the things even when she's wearing her harness. Okay, so to recap really quickly for week 1, we started by charging the clicker. Then we moved into following a food lure and pairing the food lure with her name. From there, we practiced hand targets, sit, and the first step in go to mat. After that, we did some handling exercises and we started socializing her to the harness. Whoa, where did it go? Where did it go? Good girl, Cali. So again, make sure you watch those recap videos for week 1. Also in your confirmation email, I think it's the last paragraph, is a link to book your Zoom. My Zoom availability is not open for September yet, so if you click on that link today, you're not going to see any availability. I am hoping that I'm going to get that open this week, and it should be ready to go early next week. So don't worry, you will have ample time to get that booked before your puppies go home. Just give me a few days to make sure that I'm opening up my schedule for that correctly. All right, Cali, so that's everything for week 1. Good girl. And we will see you at the week 2 recap.